I'm Stephon White, and this is I'd Buy That for $1, the weekly movie review series on LRM Online. I'm reviewing highbrow and lowbrow fare here to determine if the movie is worth $1. Today I am joined by fellow site contributor.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I appreciate you having me here, Stephon. Thanks. I always enjoy doing these movie reviews with you.
Yeah. Always good to have you here, Kyle.
Well, of course it's great to have me. I mean, come on. It's
yeah,
Kyle fucking Malone.
we are honored today, folks. And today we are reviewing the 1986 cult classic film Chopping Mall, directed by director Jim Wynorski, best known for such classic films as Busty Cops 2, Piranhaconda, Death Stalker, and The Devil Wears Nada. Such great names. And you really get the visualization just from the title.
Piranhaconda, man, and Busty Cops too.
I gotta track those down, man, for a future episode.
We should do a whole series on this guy's films.
Definitely, yeah. It sounds like a plan. Man, before we jump in, let's just remind the folks to take time out to comment if they like what they're hearing. They can subscribe or also give a thumbs up if you dig the show.
Even if you hate it, let us know why you hate it so we can, make it better.
Yeah, definitely. Now, Kyle, what did you think of Chopping Mall?
Oh God, Chopping Mall, 80s cheese at its best. I mean, this is got horrible visual effects, cheesy robots, a cheesy sci-fi story, 80s cult actor, I think his name is Dick Miller. Most of you guys should know him as the snowplow driver from Gremlins, as long with a lot of other movies, but that's a big one that I know a lot of people have seen. And yeah, just everything about the 80s, gratuitous nudity, gratuitous use of the female posterior. It's great.
Yeah, it's perfect cheese, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just give the folks a synopsis or a rundown. It's basically about a mall known as Park Plaza that has just installed 3 security droids known as the Protectors, and they are going to go crazy as hell one night and kill a bunch of folks. Basically what happens.
Yeah. Yep. Because of a lightning strike. Apparently, lightning strikes make robots evil, which is weird because this movie came out the same year as another movie involving robots that get hit by lightning, and they don't become evil.
Which film is that?
Short Circuit.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yep. Johnny Five.
Okay.
That's what I used to call it when I was a little kid. I couldn't comprehend for some reason that it was called Short Circuit, so I'd always ask my parents, can I watch Number 5 or Johnny 5? And
it's a classic film.
It is a classic film, and in that movie, the robots, which are military robots, do get struck by lightning, and it causes one of them basically to achieve consciousness, to achieve sentience, to become alive. And but in this movie, the lightning strike makes the robots all evil. And unfortunately, this happens at the same time that a bunch of kids that work at the mall, a bunch of teenagers, young adults, decide to throw a party at the in-mall furniture store.
Great idea.
To where you basically end up with like an orgy at one point where like every couple's on a different bed.
You can see everybody.
Except
they
for
can look over and see.
Excuse me. Yeah, except for the 2 nerdy people.
Yeah, nerdy. The alpha nerd.
Yeah,
that for a nerd, he isn't.
Yeah, and the funny thing is the nerdy, more supposedly beta male in the movie is he's got what most would consider classical good looks. He's not super skinny. He's not super overweight. He's not nerdy looking whatsoever.
No, he's ready to cameo in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Let me ask you. Now you say the lightning strikes Johnny Five, and he becomes sentient. And he's a good robot, right?
Yeah, Johnny Five is, yeah.
Yeah, lightning strikes the Protectors, and they're evil robots.
Yep.
You think it's the lightning that's different, or is it the robots that, like, the
maybe this was
evil?
negatively charged lightning? I don't know.
It's interesting, but when the lightning strikes, we do get our and the protectors and they're seen to come in self-aware. We get our first kill from Protector 1, who, because this is a cheesy 80s B movie, we have a scientist classically disregarding his work at the control and blinking knob setup, instead opting to look at a penthouse fold out and ogle over that, unaware of Protector 1 moving towards him, and then he gets clawed through the throat for the first kill,
which is nice.
But there was something about that struck me as odd watching it, because once Scientist 2 comes there, he doesn't see Scientist 1, right? There's no sign of him. So did the Protector robots hide the body? I mean, that's the only conclusion.
Idea.
Like,
and they don't really have mobile arms to do a bunch of lifting and stuff like that. So I don't know. Plot hole.
Oh man. But so this mall here, it's not a state of the art mall. Well, it is because of the security system that they now have installed. But just the mall in general, when we get our introduction to it early on in the film, it's like I don't know where this mall exists, but wherever it is, it's just an odd mix of people in it. I mean, you got kids, you got old, elderly folks making out on a bench. You got a kid riding a skateboard, cutting through everybody, and then you have a parade of young women in skimpy two-piece bikinis. Just casually walking through the mall, and they're actually the sashes they're wearing. Did you notice they were wearing sashes?
Yeah, it's some sort of pageant. I didn't pay attention to the words that were on them.
Look, I thought that they would say like Miss California or something, or something like that. This is what they literally say. One girl, her sash says "Have a ball." The other chick, I don't even know what this means, but it says "Take the kids," over and over on her sash. Yeah, and then the third chick, her sash over and over is just advertising the mall. It says Park Plaza.
That's weird.
It's weird, man. It's a weird movie land.
It's a weird mall, anyways, because they're installing all this extra security. You know, they get these big steel doors and they get these high tech robots. It's like, what neighborhood are you in that crime is so bad that you need robots to take care of your mall? And if your neighborhood was that bad, there's no way the mall would look this nice. It would be a dirt mall. You know,
it's not clear from the exterior shots, like because all exterior shots are either tight close-ups on the mall. And we do get the one little venture out when the car is broken down, and then we get the couple jump starting it. But the way this mall has security set up, you think it's in some post-apocalyptic wasteland where malls are the only, like, malls dot the landscape. You know, it's like your only escape from the hell out there. It's odd, but definitely cheesy though.
Yeah, one of the best kills is when the robot causes that one girl's head to explode. You can actually see where they substitute the human, the actual actress, with a body double with an exploding head, and how fake it looks. It reminded me, it was so fake. It reminds me of a scene from the TV show Scrubs, where JD's head explodes, and they purposefully, made it look real cheesy because it's like his daydream or whatever, and like that's how cheap this effect was. But it's awesome. I always appreciate exploding heads and blood and gore. Man. So
I love that Cronenberg vibe, exploding heads and whatnot. And the caveat is, in this scene, you actually, before you get the exploding head, you get to see, because it's a 80s B movie, this chick is being chased through the mall in her underwear and a top by one of the Protector robots that's firing at her. It actually shoots her in one of her ass cheeks, and you see the smoke zing off and everything. And right as soon as she gets in front of her friends, man, that's when you get the head explosion scene. So classic. So classic.
Yep. It's great. Yeah, they definitely the director was a big fan of the female posterior.
Definitely. It's Jim Wynorski,
There's
man.
lots
I
of it in
told
this
you,
movie.
Director of Busty Cops too.
Yeah, you would think he'd be a little bit more obsessed with the busty part, but no, he was definitely in the world of TNA. He was a big fan of the A.
Yeah, he's an auteur here, guys. Man, and with all of these, it's always a good idea. Or one of the fun things I like to do is turn them into, a drinking game. What's happening over and over within the film that could make it a humorous rewatch if you turn it into a drinking game. So watching this, Kyle, did any moment stand out to you like that we could potentially use?
Yeah, it's something you mentioned when we were talking about it a little bit before we filmed, and that's the robots have a tagline after every kill that they make. It's something like "Thank you and have a nice day." I think if you start drinking adult beverages responsibly at the legal age for your area to enjoy those beverages,
definitely.
If you were to take a shot every time the robot says that, you might have a good time.
Yeah, you just might, and you'll get your first shot pretty early on because when we get our intro to the Protector bots, we do get one of those taglines. So it's definitely a cheesy film, man, and I'm down with that drinking game, Kyle. I'm gonna rewatch it, and what time is it? Yeah, it's I'm gonna have to wait a little later to do so, but it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
Now, Kyle, did you have any closing thoughts on this awesome cheesy 80s film Chopping Mall?
No, it's great. It should be an 80s classic. It should be something that you show on your 80s movie night.
Definitely. I feel the same way. Yeah, if there's a list of 80s movies that are going to be watched, Chopping Mall needs to be on there. Now, to the final question, Kyle. Would you buy this for $1?
Yes, absolutely. This is worth $1.
You heard it, folks, from the Jedi Master himself. He will buy it for $1, and I have to agree. This film is it's worth $1, and it's worth recommending to other people, in my opinion, that are fans of 80s cheese. So, not just anybody. Again, folks, I want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks for taking time out to visit LRM Online. I'm Stephon White. You can find me on Twitter at StephonWhite13 or check out my post online at LRM Online. Kyle, where can the good folks find you at?
At that Kyle Malone on Twitter. And you can also find me on LRM Ranks It every Tuesday here on the YouTube page. Or Wednesdays, we have the LRM Ranks It podcast, which is kind of new. We're going much deeper into our lists and the things that we're covering on LRM Ranks It. And as well as Thursdays, if you're a fan of Star Wars, check out my column on lrmonline.com, The Cantina.
Awesome. You guys heard it straight from the man himself. Make sure you check him out. Give him some likes, comments, and follows. Until next time, Kyle, it was great having you. Looking forward to doing this again.